What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Vong, which is the Russell 1000, and then we're also going to look at the S&P 500. Now, what's interesting is pretty much the way these markets have been moving. I do just briefly want to pull up the YouTube channel. Yesterday, we left off talking about how we started to see this major kind of run outside of the resistance, the bullish breakout that we were anticipating. But we were discussing what just happened because it almost seemed like prices were starting to pull back down, and that is a bit concerning to some, but I want to reiterate that it should be okay, and I'm going to explain why in today's episode. But we're also going to look at the coin market cap as well in a little bit here. But you can see, starting off with like XRP, we discussed briefly in yesterday's episode that we have this beautiful flagpole, this consolidative pattern here, and even though we broke out, we confirmed closure outside major resistance. That 100% has been confirmed. Problem is we started to correct back down. The good news is we came back down to support, and we did discuss that other cryptocurrencies are showing signs that correction might be upon us, but that's okay because we broke out of the downtrend, we still have upwards potential now, finally. And even if we correct back down to support here, it's going to build up enough steam to reverse back up, and that's what I think we're going to start to see right now. That's what happened with XRP. Solana hit major resistance and is falling a bit. Ethereum has landslided back down to support, but this is a good position. This can cause us to rally up higher. Notice here, us at the bottom is higher than where we broke out. Like, us breaking out here is where we currently are after a 4-day candle correction here. So I think things look phenomenal and ready for correction or reversals to the upside here. So definitely stay tuned for that. You can see with Bitcoin too, Vong is already on the up and up. Same thing with the S&P 500. And also, before I forget, today's video is brought to you by BITMART, a continued partner here on the channel. This is another major cryptocurrency exchange that honestly, I'm starting to like. They do have their flaws as an Achilles heel, as many exchanges do, but this is definitely one that I would keep on your radar or consider using. And more info we'll talk about later on in today's video. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's get right into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, Fear and Greed Index 50, flatline. Boom, straight right there. Consolidation is pretty much taken over. Past 24 hours, very little movement, if any. Past week, we've seen some, but you can see here, we've been pretty much flatlined out all yesterday. Some cryptos are dipping a little bit lower, but for the most part, we are flatlined. I would say for the past couple of days, 43 on the RSI, we are definitely leaning more towards the direction that I like. Heavier, I guess we're heavier in altcoin season than Bitcoin, which is interesting, but 50 on the Fear and Greed Index is really what I like in particular here. You can see with XRP right now, it's quite peculiar. We have this beautiful rally, this beautiful like flagpole up, followed by a consolidative lower high, lower low, or higher low pattern, filling in the gap, using moving average as a very solid support. And we finally, after months, broke through major resistance. If I jump to the 4-hour, you can see how we have this yellow band acting as resistance. We finally managed to break through it. That is great news if you ask me. But we started to rally. We started to pump. What gets me a little concerned here is we rallied down. We corrected, we confirmed a breakout above it, but we hit a resistance and we fell, which is cool. The rest of the cryptos are showing signs of correction. So where I'm focused at right now is because we've confirmed a breach outside resistance. I'm hoping we use this as a ledge of support. It's not the first time. It's actually many times after breaking out of resistances, we actually stumble back down, regain our footing, and then we see the ascent to the upside. I'm hoping that's what we see on XRP. I think we have the potential to do that. We'll see. Either way, moving average has caught up tremendously that soon, even if we did see a little tumble of $2.83, I believe we're out of it and we're due for a bullish breakout. So I'd be excited regardless here. So we'll do these trades on BITMART. We'll try it out, see how we like it here. BITMART, as you guys can see, is a pretty cool exchange, and they offer many different opportunities to buy, sell. You could buy with crypto. You could buy with credit and debit. They have different markets, obviously USDT, spot, a DEX, margin. They got futures. So there's no KYC. as an option, unless you are trading like tremendous amounts of money, to prevent certain things from going on that shouldn't be done. They got staking, they got savings, they got crypto loans, rewards hubs. I mean, they got tons and tons and tons of stuff on here, which is super cool. If you ask me, they have an app as well. So lots of opportunity that you guys can take advantage of here. On top of that, though, you can see on the exchange, looks kind of familiar with exchanges that we use currently, which is very interesting. So it was a very quick learning curve because it was nearly identical here. They have TradingView integrated in. That's awesome. They have all your favorite cryptocurrencies up top here. Things are slightly different, but they are pretty much identical. You got XRP to USDT. It doesn't get any easier than that to leverage trade here. You have tons of other cryptocurrencies, tons of possibilities, tons and tons and tons of bullish blue chip cryptos, as well as smaller cryptocurrencies that you could take advantage of. Here we have XRP. Buy long, sell short, market trade, create stop losses, take profits. Every single thing you'd want on an exchange is offered on BITMART. The one thing that we do have to disclose that you guys need to know about is that it's hard to access it if you live in the US. You have to use Tor or a VPN of a sort, and you'll be able to then access it. Easy enough. You sign up, create an account, and you're good to go. And then they offer promos all the time that you guys can take advantage of. So I highly recommend checking out BITMART. When we have that opportunity to enter, you could easily take advantage of it here. I kind of like having, it's like exchange arbitrage where you can have several exchanges. Maybe, BitYard stops having a promo like they are this month. Well, then we can check out a promo on another exchange, and you just go back and forth. What if one disappears? Not saying they are, but at least this way you have your eggs spread out, not all in one basket. So definitely make sure to check out BITMART down in the description below. But moving forward from BITMART, checking out like these other cryptos, Solana here is interesting because like XRP caused correction from hitting a high. You can see we exploded out of this exactly as high as we thought, but we hit a resistance and now we're starting to pull back lower. The weekly, as I expand out, you can see it makes sense why we rejected off resistance. I mean, the goal is we get above the red band of resistance, but even if we don't, we might be able to consolidate. We've been on a huge rally upwards here. That's actually phenomenal. But even if we see a bit of consolidation first, I do believe we are headed in the upwards trajectory. Every single market right now has been very bullish. So I don't suspect Solana to be any different here. I think we're going to see a lot of bullish movements in the future. But for right now, it doesn't seem like one I would trade. The opportunity to trade was once we confirmed closure on this candle here on the 10th. That was the buy-in for a long position. We got stopped out. You get stopped out, but that's the easy trade to take advantage of. Ethereum here, this might be one to currently consider as we speak because we've now fallen back down to support. One that I would say is fairly confirmed. I mean, anything's possible. We could obviously fall through, but I think we may rebound off. I think there's a big chance we may rebound off, which would be phenomenal. If you ask me, it'd be a very easy trade to take advantage of here. So definitely make sure to check this out too. I think Ethereum actually might be on my #1 radar because of how easy this crypto might be. So definitely keep your eye on that. Bitcoin looks okay. Again, hitting a bit of a high, consolidating down a bit. We're still inside this descending, broadening wedge, which is bullish. So we'll see eventually when that happens. But for the most part, I think everything looks all right. Lots of consolidation, but some cryptos look like they have the potential. Like XRP looks like it could swing. Solana, not so much, but it could happen. Ethereum looks like it could swing up. Bitcoin as well kind of looks like we could see something like that. It is bullish. I don't think we're going to explode upwards just yet, but we could rebound up to retest price ceiling like we've done in the past. Vong and the S&P are where things get a bit interesting because I certainly wouldn't have figured that we'd continue to head up at the rate we're going. It's crazy. I mean, what goes up must come down. There's a good chance we're going to free fall fairly soon. I don't know when, but there's certainly a chance of free fall that I would suspect to see take place in the near future. We'll see when it happens, but I do think we are due for correction here. I mean, we've been phenomenal. We just now entered overbought, sort of, on a weekday. We just grazed it here, and as you've seen in the past, we've spent, this is January all the way to April, several months, and we've gone even longer. I mean, if we go back to 2018, we spent from September all the way to January, September, October, November, December, January, 5 months, 4 to 5 months of bullish market in the overbought territory. So we could have the rest of the year of bullish movement here. It's certainly a possibility. So I wouldn't sell out by any means here, but this could be, we're getting near it. We're getting near it, and then we might see a small pullback. But that's it for today's video, guys. Same thing with the S&P. But with that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.